Hey guys, it's Dino, Digitspin Crypto. Now we cover all sorts of different coins on this channel, but you know, the excitement this week, we've been doing a lot of Electroneum stuff, as you know. So today we're going to talk about Electroneum again. You know, Electroneum over the last 30 days. Has been doing amazing stuff. You take a look at it, it's just been pretty spectacular. Over 350%. But lately, we're down 50%. So let's talk about that. Why? Why is it down? We were to the moon. And why is it down now? So let's talk about that today. And let's get ready for Digitspin Crypto. I can't tell you.
He's a tech-savvy guy, gonna show you the way. You better load your bags, cause crypto's here to stay. Listen up, gonna teach you about this and that. But he's just a goofy guy in a straw hat. So join in and have a laugh. It's gonna be a good time, that's a fact. Information and crypto parodies. Sit back and enjoy the show. You just never know which way you'll go. So get ready for Digitspin Crypto.
Hey guys, this is Dino, Digitspin Crypto, and we're gonna do a show today. A show that you know, you don't want to do, but you gotta do. We gotta talk about the ETN price for today. And we take a look at it. The last 30 days, it's been up on a run, but you notice there's been a downtrend the last couple of days, ever since the news. You know, it's buy the rumor, sell on the news. And those of you that have been on the Digitspin Crypto Telegram channel, which of course you want to do, down below in the description you'll see the click. It's free. It's a private channel for Digitspin Crypto viewers, and we talk about all different types of coins. Of course, Electroneum's in there also. And you would have known none of this would have been a surprise to you, because you were in the Telegram channel and you watched Digitspin Crypto, and I probably even said it in a video. It's always a buy up to any big news, and then right after the news, no matter how good it is, it's sell the news. That's what investors do. All right, so let's take a look. Is this going to continue? Is there anything else that's involved with the price going down in its direction? So we'll take a look at that, and then afterwards we'll take a look at some of your comments, and I'll probably answer a few questions that may come up. So just real quick, I see a lot of folks on the show today. We got about 30 folks or so. Let's take a look. Timo, congratulations to you, Timo. You were #1 person on the Digitspin Crypto comments list, and Timo says, let's see if we can get him in here. Timo says, thanks for the live streams, Dino. These are awesome, and he appreciates it. And we thank you, Timo, for being part of the show and being the first one. Congratulations to you. So a big shout out to you, Timo. All right. Out there, I see Yassine. We got M Kid. Gary is out there. Candy Girl. Hey, Candy Girl. Matthew Gray. How you doing, Matthew? Matthew Gray is runs the 99 Cent Show. Check out his content. It's always pretty awesome. He's a good competitor to me. Now, we all know Digitspin Crypto is the place to go. And you want to make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on all of the amazing content that's produced in my mind. And then I babble it out to you guys. So you get to share in my excitement. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any great content. We try to break it down, make it simple, give you the basics so that the layperson can kind of understand what's going on in cryptocurrency for today. I see Phoenix Risings out there, Skeleton Kings out there, Michael, Buzz Keeper, and of course Timo, number one guy. So it's all been pretty exciting. Now, apparently I got my Digitspin live thing going on today. It's haphazard. Sometimes they let me run it, sometimes they won't. So I don't know. I haven't figured out the secret. There's got to be a secret to it. I don't know what it is. It's the YouTube gods. They let you in or not. So the guys that have been bought down here are real thrilled. All these folks, everybody that has been purchasing, who purchased it in the beginning and then into this area here, they're up. They're still up 100%. As far as they're concerned, life is good. Yeah, they may have sold at the top and made more and everything, but still life is good for them. And this is the trick to what they call hodling. Having the coins and sitting on them for a period of time so that it, same with Bitcoin. The folks that hold the Bitcoin, you've got to hold them for 1 or 2 halvings. There you will then see your gains. Unless you're a trader and you're following it and you got all the fast graphing and your technical analysis and you're thoroughly read and you understand what's going on, you're not going to see an amazing change. However, those that bought 2 halvings ago and just sat on them for 4 to 8 years, they're sitting pretty. What do they pay? $105 for a Bitcoin 2 halvings ago? The last halving they paid $1,000? They're happy. They're sitting on it. If it's 9,000 or 6,000, they're still up. And that's the same kind of concept when you start to have a coin that's going to be recognized, going to be valued, where the emissions now are going to be cut dramatically. And you guys need to really understand the value of the emissions being cut, where you're not going to have this constant waterfall of coins that have to be overcome first before you can start eating into the folks that are selling off their coins also. It just puts so much additional pressure on it. And with Electroneum cutting back the ETN mobile miner, if you were smart enough to get in the beginning and collect up all those coins and save them, pack them away like a rabbit, you're going to be doing all right. And over time, it progresses. Now, you're also going to have a cutback in the emissions for the actual mining of the blockchain itself, which is done by hardware computers. Those are permissioned validating nodes. Most of them are NGOs. I'm sure Electroneum has a couple running also to ensure the network, and that's my guess. And they keep the blockchain running, and those miners or those validating nodes also get rewarded for their services of keeping all of the accounting information up to date. Is the basics on that. So with that also going to be cut, I believe Richard said June. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong in the towel section or in the comments or this way. And yeah, this way. And Let me know, but I'm pretty sure he said June, might be July, where that's going to be halved and then or brought down to 75% more, and that starts to also give us a little extra boost, because the amount of coins now that are just, you know, waterfalled into the environment will be cut down. So now you can go right to the meat and potatoes. The guys who got weak hands and who are just panic selling and giving up their Electroneum. Now, getting back to the chart itself, there's always you have traders. That's what it's all about. That's what you want in your coin. You want people to have some excitement, to have some motion, so that you have traders get in there, because that's where your volume comes from. You've got to have purchases, you've got to have sales. It creates volume. We need volume to be able to get on to some of the larger exchanges. The larger exchanges, you know, don't want a coin that has $500 worth of volume, you know, or $10,000 worth of volume. $1 million, you know, they're like, ooh, $1 million. What's that? Let's go check that out. You know, they want to see they want to see value of $1 million, because you know what? They get paid on those trades. They get paid on those volumes. That's important to them. Okay. Now there's a reason to have the coin on their exchange. All right. So price movement is what it's all about. That's what makes a coin, you know, functional for the exchanges. Now, when we get back to here, the guys that bought all along here, they're sitting pretty. They're fine. They're still up 100%. I'm going to be honest. I bought some around here. I am not complaining. I'm still up 100%. I'm okay with that. Okay? Now, we went back down to 22.0025. I would be a little frowny, but a little disappointed. But as of the moment, I'm still okay. So the trick is you want to be this guy. You want to be this guy here who bought up in the 35, the 39, the .004. You're still up 50% if you bought up, you know, .045. You're okay. Now, little trick. I'm gonna give you guys a little trick if you're new to Electroneum. I've had an amazing amount of folks. I've done a lot of changes to the backgrounds of my videos. In other words, what's called the search engine optimization, SEO. You'll hear it called. And I've been putting in a lot more effort to make the videos visible. For some reason, my videos have never been visible for the last couple of years. And nobody has really known about Digitspin crypto. It's been a hidden secret. By doing my proper SEO, I'm noticing that we're doing a lot better in identifying and finding people that want to learn a little bit more about Electroneum, that are new to crypto, and want a little bit of layman's explanation of things. And that's what we're here for. Okay? And I think in the last 25 days or whatever, we've gotten over 100 new subscribers. So congratulations to you if you're a new subscriber for Digitspin Crypto. I appreciate you, and I'm glad that you've joined the channel. Now, you want to take a look at this here, when you start to see, and it doesn't matter what coin you're buying. When you see things going up, that's exciting, and then it pops up a little bit more. That's exciting. This is the type of growth you want to see, and the little peaks, and then it grows, sideways. Whenever you see a parabolic run like this, rest assured it's coming back down. I don't care what you're buying. I don't care. You could be buying corn for all I care. If you get a parabolic rise like this, you know that it's gonna resettle back down. It's got what's called retrace. It's got to retrace back down. That's just not normal. That's just an explosion. It's an explosion. It's an explosion of growth. all right, of just dollars coming into the coin, and people flip it out and wanted to get in on it while the going's good. And at that point there, once the news is good or it has a blow off top, what's called in the industry, you'll see what's called a retracement. And retracement can usually be anywhere from 30 to 80%, depending on the circumstances of how far up this has gone. All right, I know Bitcoin, when it has its blow off top, which will be next year, approximately a year and a half after the halvening, it'll have a blow off top, and then it's going to retrace 83%. If you buy at the top, you're going to have to wait till the next halvening. If you buy at the top, you're going to have to wait 4 years. Okay, simple as that. There's no way to get around it. It's just the way it is. And it's the same with this. If you bought in the Electroneum at the bottom, you're happy because you bought in before all of the excitement. If you bought up on here, doesn't mean that you're not going to see those dollar amounts again. It just means you're going to have to wait a while. All right, your coins are going to have to be locked up for a little bit of time. Now, if you panic sell, and this is what happens, is that you start to get some traders start to sell off what's going on after they heard the news, and they're like, all right, time to cash out. I've doubled my money. Ooh, I've doubled it. And they say, hey, I'm gonna cash out. I put in 1 Bitcoin. I'm gonna come back out of this with 2 Bitcoins. And so they cash out. And then what ends up happening is that you start to see folks, oh my gosh, it's panic selling, and it's price going down, or they're like, all right, it's gonna go down, time to sell now while it's high, and that causes a massive retracement. While all the traders who were trading on the way up try to bail out as fast as they can before it gets down. And so eventually it finds sea level. All right. And I'm hoping, we're taking a look here, that might be our sea level. If let's take a look at our 7-day here. All right. So we had a lot of returns here. Oh, my hand can't go over there. It gets cut off. So I'll use the mouse. We've had a lot of dumping that goes on, people selling out, traders getting out, weekends panicking, and people want to get out before it goes too low because they think that they'll be able to buy lower. Now, we seem to hit this 58 to 60 range, and so far, it's been holding. Now, it's only been 11 hours. This here is 11 hours worth of time that we're looking at, this line across. But at the moment, it seems to be holding. I don't know if it's going to continue. You look over here and you can see that it held there for a while, and it even repumped when we got to this point, and it held for quite a while, and then it pumped and then obviously came back down again. Now, there are other things that get in the way. There are other things that influence this price. What is that, Dino? Can you tell us? Yeah, I can. I'm going to do that right now. Let's take a look. Now, I put together this chart. And on the chart, you're going to see a red line and a blue line for the last 24 hours. The red line is Electroneum. The blue line is Bitcoin. I want you to take a look at it and tell me what you see. Put your comments down below in the towel section, or over here in this way. This way. I feel like I'm in this way. In the comments. All right. Let's get my head out of the way. So, we take a look in the last 24 hours. You will notice that there is a huge influence when it comes to Bitcoin. When Bitcoin starts going down, people want to get out of the alts. They want to cash out so that they can lock it in. Altcoins are known for going up faster than Bitcoin, but also retracing a lot lower than Bitcoin. So they want to capture that going up faster and then sell before it starts to go lower than Bitcoin. But if you take a look and you see this here, you'll notice, you know, you had Bitcoin come along, we had this drop. And I believe this one here in the last 24 hours was, Craig Wright, Satoshi sold some coins, 50 coins. Now, if you're on my Telegram channel, the Digitspin Telegram channel, you know all about this because you clicked on the link and became a member of Digitspin Crypto for free, and you saw all of the stuff that we were talking about. That apparently Satoshi sold 50 coins, and at this point here, they doubt that it actually was Satoshi. But Craig Wright claimed that he was going to sell his coins, and he says that he's Satoshi and he was going to sell them all. So there was a panic sell. Bitcoin panic sold. They all dumped out their coins. Once they all kind of got a grip of what's going on, it kind of went back. But you do notice there is a temperament. Yeah, the Electroneum was kind of coming down, but as soon as that news came out, people were getting out of Electroneum and getting out of Bitcoin. They were probably changing things into Tether. Now you'll notice Bitcoin kind of sailed along, and when Bitcoin is equal and even, and there's some decent volume, and we've reached kind of a ground level, Electroneum did a pretty good job. Then we had a couple of more dumps, and I don't have explanations for these. There's a lot of there's a lot of guys out there saying Bitcoin at $3,000. Nobody knows. And so people panic selling in Bitcoin, and you'll notice that translated again into ETN. So when Bitcoin dropped down, ETN went down again. And Bitcoin kind of leveled off, and we have that leveling. Then we had the last two drops that brought Bitcoin down to, what was it, $8,800, down at this low point. And you can see that kind of happened also with Electroneum. Now, from that point, Bitcoin has been pretty stable. It came back up and swung in a loop, and Electroneum kind of followed suit. You can see a couple little dumps here, and you'll see in the last few hours, while Bitcoin's been going up, we've been seeing Electroneum similar path. So this is another reason. So if you keep an eye on Bitcoin, if you see Bitcoin's kind of coming down, Electroneum usually will follow suit if all things are even. Now, obviously, if a coin's on a run, it's gonna be a honey badger. It's not gonna care whatsoever about the price of Bitcoin because it's on a run, and that's what we had the last 30 days. But when things are a little tight and your wallet's squeaking, it's going to follow more of Bitcoin. And sometimes the coins will go down faster than Bitcoin, and you'll see that. The fact that Electroneum is holding a value is good. The fact that it's still 50% higher than the high point of purchase, and that low section of purchase, and we're still up 100%. Is pretty good, and that's pretty exciting. So this is something else you want to take a look at. If you're new, compare, keep an eye on Bitcoin. You'll notice the prices changing. So when Bitcoin's been doing reasonably well, it's kind of level. A lot of the altcoins were expanding. I saw a lot of altcoins do very well the last 20 days while Bitcoin was just kind of floundering around. People wanted some action. Traders got to make some money, and they've got to trade. And if nothing exciting has happened with Bitcoin, they'll trade on some of these altcoins because they're going up and down. All right. Now, the trick to the story here is, do you want to be the guy that, let's go back to the 30-day. You want to be the guy over here that's buying in this low section, and just as things are starting to go up, to catch this wave. That's where you want. You want to catch the wave, then you have to then you have a hard decision: is this the top or not? And you may choose to sell or to hold on to them and wait for a little bit of a retracement. Normally you'll have a blow off; it'll retrace down here, and you usually have this. I don't know why, but that seems to be a common thing when you truly have a blow off top, something where that really went parabolic. It has that immediate retracement, and it seems to always. You can go look at the 2017 Bitcoin. It fell and then it bounced back up, and they call this the dead cat bounce. So if you ever hear that, that's what that is. This was our dead cat bounce, because if you throw a cat high enough, it'll at least, when it hits the ground, it'll bounce a little bit. It's simple as that, no matter what. And so, like, you throw a rock, it's gonna hit the ground and bounce up a little bit. So, and that's what that would be. And then we continued our downward climb. This always seems to be on a true blow off top. This always seems to be a pattern that happens. I guess it's excitement that it'll continue and fly. And that's what happens in a true bull market. It'll go up and then it'll retrace, and then all of a sudden it'll go up even higher, and they're like, and then it'll retrace, and then it'll go up even higher. And you're like, and you panic sell, and you sell down here, and then you see it go way up, and you're like, oh crap. I could have got a lot more for my coins. And then it happens again, and then you're like, so that's really the hard part. So once you start, and you'll notice, once you start to see this come back down off the dead cat, then everybody's like, all right, time to bail out while I still can and still double my money. So, those that are going to be purchasing in this area here, if we continue this trend, which logic dictates with Electroneum, because when a coin first starts out, you want to get the coins out. They hemorrhage coin. They just bleed coins. You hemorrhage them. You get them out. You get the distribution out there so that it's spread across all sorts of folks. That's the most important. Get everybody a taste. Very tasty. Give everybody a taste so that they have an interest in it. I have a couple coins. I better check it out. See what's going on. Ooh, it's making some money. I gotta get some more. That type of thing. And that's what happens. Now that all those coins are out there, now you start to pull back on it, and now you make it rare. And that's what Electroneum's doing now, making it rare, rarest. More rarest. All right. So, logic dictates that over a period of time, 6 months and more, we should theoretically. Logic dictates that it should start to slowly climb. And in its slow climb up, you're going to have these peaks and valleys. You're going to have these run-ups. Something exciting is going to happen. There's going to be a parabolic. Then it's going to retrace and go lower than it should, and then bounce back up and find sea level again. You would tend to believe, with all of the stuff that's Electroneum's released, the flow of coins, the emissions of coins being cut dramatically, is going to attract a lot more investors, people that are more serious. It's I don't want to get into the coin where you're hemorrhaging coins at the moment, but as soon as that stops, all right, let's take a look. Electroneum's undervalued. Look at all the stuff that it does, and it's clearly undervalued, and they just stopped hemorrhaging the coins. That's a buy, and you're going to find people buying. So I'm hoping that this here is going to be our retracement. Could we see more? Yeah. I don't know. I'm not that smart. I can't see into the future. But this is a good sign. And hopefully we'll keep this level. Maybe we'll go back down. If you notice, that level is pretty similar to what happened here before the parabolic. So this kind of makes sense that it would be similar in that price range, that 53 to 60, and sure enough, we're in that 60 there. I'm hoping that it holds. We're gonna find out over the next few days if I'm as smart as I think I am. All right, so let's see what happens. And then over a period of a few weeks, it'll go up and down, and then hopefully we'll start to see a nice, every once in a while, a nice build. People will get in and expect it's got to go up, it's got to go down. It always does. You can't have this parabolic without retracement. Happens every time. All right. So you got Bitcoin, you got investors, you got emissions changes. These are the reasons for the price change in Electroneum, and I hope that was helpful to you. Hey, I taking a look at the ETN anywhere. ETN everywhere. I got like a mental block. I keep saying anywhere. ETN everywhere. 1,527. I think I did a video 2 days ago. It was 1155. So we're almost up 400 new vendors in the last 2 days. Now, of course, I wouldn't expect that everybody's going to want to get their shop on there, and it'll probably continue to grow in the weeks ahead, and then I'm sure it'll start to slow down a bit, where we won't see explosive growth like that. But that's pretty sexy, and if you haven't seen that video, you want to check it out. I did a review of the ETN Everywhere. I think it was yesterday or the day before's video, and we went throughout the world and took a look at some of the stores, and had some fun poking around and looking and seeing what people were selling. it was a lot of fun. So check that out, and we'll go from there. And I have never seen so many new... Oh, I know this guy, Digitspin Crypto. You want to subscribe to this guy? I've never seen so many new videos from so many new people. It's really fantastic to see. A lot more people get it. Here, this is the video I was talking about. The 1,155 merchants. Check it out. So if you see that video, this one right there, that was about the ETN Everywhere. We had a lot of fun on that video. Just a whole lot of new folks and people doing all sorts of stuff. Hey, Truthful Rob, he's great. Check him out too. And it's all pretty exciting. It's all pretty exciting stuff. It's great to see a lot more interest coming in to Electroneum, and more interest. You know what that means, right? All right, I'm gonna turn it over to the chat. We're gonna take a look. We only spent 28 minutes so far, so I'm gonna take a look at the chat. Maybe 30 minutes. We'll take a look at the chat, and let's see if there's any questions you guys got going on. Well, we got 41 users on. That's great. Thank you, guys. I appreciate all you guys who want to hang out with me and watch my show. I really do appreciate all of you. Thank you. All right. Let's see here. Let me put into this part here. I'm going to typing questions now. All right, let's take a look at what we got. I want to put stuff up on the screen. I'll start with the older stuff. Gary's he's puffing me up here. He goes, Dino, you're a legend. Hey Gary, I appreciate you. You've been a fantastic fan and a viewer of the show. I appreciate all your kind words that you've afforded me. I don't deserve half of them. Let's see here. July, Yassine says, yeah, Dino, it was in July that they're going to do the fork change, so that's pretty good. And I see Rick Viper Motors out there, and of course he says, hey, Dino, what's up? Good to see you. All right, Timo, let's see, it looks like he has a question here. He goes, given the cut of rewards is sudden and the upcoming fork, do you think there is something bigger in the background that is the primary reason and the inflation rate reduction is a side benefit? Yeah, I think it's pretty clear that Electroneum, finally realized, hey, we've got out a lot of coins. 10 billion, half the coins are out there. And we've done that already in the first 2 years, or just over 2 years. And because of all of this, the truth of the matter is, Electroneum Price wasn't going anywhere. They had amazing stuff going on, but the price wasn't going anywhere. Well, that doesn't make sense. It's not a correlation. It's not commensurate with a coin that's produced more than that has produced more than a majority of the top 20 coins. What's up? What gives? Well, Electroneum came to the conclusion that it clearly was, we're killing ourselves. We're becoming a victim of our own success. We've created so much stuff. Because normally the blockchain would do it naturally, just like Bitcoin. It produces less and less Bitcoins every 4 years. It cuts it in half, and Electroneum became a victim of their own success. They've created all this amazing stuff in just 2 years, but the coins are still pouring out. It's ahead of where it's scheduled. So Electroneum is going to fix that problem by moving the coins down to where it should be, so it's reflective of where they are in the development cycle. And ultimately, what that means to us is that we're going to see a benefit from it, because when things become more rare, logic dictates they become more valuable. All right. So that's, I think that's just the primary reason, that it just makes sense. If you listen to Richard, he said very clearly that he wants to get on U.S. exchanges. They want to talk to more governments, more retailers, more banks, and having a coin that has a value over the ICO would be important, and having a coin that has volume would be important. And that's not pouring out the emissions. So I think it's just a natural point. Truth of the matter is, it's a natural point of the progress of the project. And just like any project, if you were in early, you got all of the fantastic advantages. Just like if you were in early with Bitcoin, you're getting into Bitcoin now. You can go, well, I gotta pay 10 grand for a Bitcoin. They got it for $1. Yeah, they got it for $1. There are guys that picked up tens of thousands of Bitcoins, mining them or picking them up for 10 cents, 30 cents, $1. And you know why? Because they got in early. That's why you want to get in early. And since Electroneum is just starting to do this now, going into the second phase, you can consider yourself at the tail end of the early part still. All right? And once the price starts going where I think it would be, where there will be a benefit, where logic dictates it should go, you'll be glad that you're in now. Okay? But you've got to hold on to them. So you want to find, pick your points. Whenever the price goes up and everything, you really got to think twice about buying, unless it's, it's flying left and right. You want to try to get in. You want to get in when nobody else wants it and the price is lower. That's why they always say buying on the dips, because you want to buy the lower price. You don't want to buy at the top when everybody else is buying. Because then once that happens, it's going to retrace. If you see that parabolic and you buy at the top, just know you have a 50-50 chance that it's going to continue to go up, or it's going to retrace. And if it retraces, you've locked that money up until the next time it reaches that point where and goes past it, so that you can either sell or whatever. All right? But you have to consider those funds locked up. And if you panic sell, because you listen to somebody, this not doing something, and they get a worm in your head and you end up selling, that's the way it is. Now, some coins, yeah, you'll want to sell and get the heck out of because the owners, they're not on Telegram. They shut down their Telegram. The CEOs aren't responding. You're in trouble when they just completely up and disappear, or there's only like 3 people working there. But we all know Electroneum. I physically have flown to London. I got my sorry self on a plane and I flew over there, grabbed a couple of them taxis, them London cabbies, and went to the Electroneum office where I visibly saw 40 people or so working hard. I interviewed them, found out what they were doing, saw what's going on. The CEO, Richard Ells, has always been available. The PR manager's always been available. These guys are going somewhere. They're going somewhere. And if you're watching this show, you're going to get in early. Now, there's going to be peaks and valleys. There are going to be times that you're going to question your sanity. I've been doing it for the last 2 years. Okay? But now that we have this change, I realize, you know what, Dino, you were right. These guys are doing right. They're going to do the right thing. So I'm holding, and I'm like, yeah, I held on to my coins. I even bought more when nobody else wanted them. I'm like, if nobody else wants them, that's probably the best time I'm going to snag them, because I saw that they were doing something. I saw the CEO talking and explaining and being visibly excited. I interacted with the PR manager, the developers. I've interviewed the developers. I know that there's stuff going on, and I presented that all on Digitspin Crypto. So if you've been part of this channel, you've seen all this good stuff. And in the back of your head, you're like, these guys are doing stuff. They didn't disappear. They're not saying they're going to do stuff 5 years from now. They're delivering things. Yeah, you know what? Did they deliver late a couple times? Absolutely. Did they miss the ball on a couple of things? Absolutely. Have they created a kick-ass ecosystem of amazing websites and interactive ability of earning and buying and topping up? And we're going to be able to pay electricity in a few select countries to start? Absolutely. They've built something really wonderful here. Am I holding on to my Electroneum? Absolutely. I'm not. Yeah. Yeah. So you have to decide for yourself. Because I think I forgot to tell you guys, I'm just a goofy guy in a straw hat. I'm not your financial advisor, so don't pretend that I am. But you have to look at this stuff and decide for yourself. You look at other coins and you see the Telegram channel got shut down. They're not responding. The CEO is not talking, not coming on. Yeah. Get out of that coin as fast as you can. When you see stuff like Richard Ells posting videos, posting stuff on GitHub, interacting with the community on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, you know these guys got their act together. You know these guys are serious. So you have to make that decision for yourself. We all know crypto is really risky. It's always risky. So when you're trying to find an altcoin, you could lose everything that you put into it. Hence, don't spend more than you can afford. So you want to find something that seems like the least risky. Because if it turns out, the benefit could be pretty good. And when you look at what I'm telling you, the building, the releasing, the interaction, always available. So Richard Ells took questions, some tough questions, and he answered them. He's not afraid of it. Other coins ain't gonna do that. You don't see other CEOs taking it on, taking those questions tough right out of the box, live, at the ANON 2020 summit. They ain't gonna do it. Electroneum. What's in your wallet? All right. Now, who asked me that question? Yeah, get that guy. All right, let's get to the questions. Any updates? Crypto Dog says. Oh, I gotta get to the page here. Crypto Dog says, any update on the National Bank? I haven't seen anything publicly released about the National Bank, and that's all I can say about that. I haven't seen any releases from Electroneum on that so far. So Reaper goes, in all seriousness, I'd like to ask if my stomach thinks that all potato is mashed potato. And then theoretically, yes. The answer to your question is yes, your stomach thinks it's all mashed potato. With some lumps sometimes. Yassine says, I think ETN will leave a lot of people behind who will hesitate to invest. And yeah, they will cry a river when things go up. Yeah, that's possible. That's possible. You know, there's a slight chance too that it could go back down to 22 cents, and and everybody bought up. It's right back to where we are. But I think the odds are more in our favor. That hopefully we can keep this higher price and keep bumping over the next year and a half. Next year and a half is going to be. If you guys haven't been through, the Bitcoin explosion that happens, it's fast. I got in just before it happened last time, 2017, and it's amazing in a way. It just you just can't believe your eyes, and things just you throw a dart at the wall and the coin goes up. It's shocking. You'll think you were a genius. You think all your picks are a genius because really, if you catch the bottom section here, there's just no losing, and you really will think you're a genius until it blows off, and then everything starts coming down, and you're like, wait, what the heck's going on here? So be prepared. I'm telling you now. Matthew Gray goes, could ETN have ended the rewards in a more tactful way? I don't know if I have an answer to that question. I believe that announcing it at the show was satisfactory. Just like any decision that any corporation makes, are there other ways of doing it, or something that's a little more graceful? Possibly, because we're not in and we don't see what's going on behind the scenes. Is there a danger to giving people, a 2-month, alert? Hey, on this day we're going to be cutting it loose. And I don't know what the dangers. I haven't put much thought into that. If that's something that would make sense. However, I don't see anything wrong with how they did it. And I believe it was satisfactory. That's my personal opinion. Crypto Dog, is 75% enough in the reduction? When they first cut it 75%, the last time when they went to the proof of responsibility, I was on the videos going, I think you guys are paying still too much. I think it's way too much to be given out. And I guess I was proven correct. Congratulations to me. I was proven correct, and I think that they come to the same realization that they needed to reduce that even further. I think that's a good start, and I believe Richard also expressed that if or as time goes along, they may do even more on the reduction level. So we'll have to wait to see where they go from there. But I think that's a really good start. 75% on what's existing. I think that's really a good start for sure. You know, they can bring it down lower if the price, you know, if it was $1 a coin, you can go 98%. But as of right now, right, 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 Mr. Bean? Yeah. I love Mr. Bean. Yeah. All right. You guys crack me up. Phoenix Rising says, "Hey Dino, if it was your choice, what exchange, USA exchange, would you prefer to mine? Prefer to have the ETN on?" I think you can't. I think that Coinbase obviously would be a striking winning, and you really can't go wrong being on Coinbase. But you know, I'd be happy with any of the larger ones. You know, whether it be Gemini, Kraken, Bittrex. I like Bittrex. Or any of those four, I think would be of value to everybody. All right. Let's see. Hi, Dino. We got Claudia out there. Good to see you. Now, Crypto Man brings up something very important. He says, 46 people watching, 14 likes. Smash up those likes. Smash it up for ETN. If you want ETN's price to go up, let's hit those likes, will you? let's show ETN we want to make this happen. That's wonderful. Thank you there, Crypto Man. Appreciate you chiming in. That's always nice and important. All right. We got Rich Wealthy out there. Marhogs, Nilnock. He's out there. So I took profits as I said I would. See? Here's a trader. He says, hey, Dino, I took profits as I said I would and rebought a little early, unfortunately. But now I have 1.36 million. Good for you. Don't tell everybody how many coins you have. Keep that to yourself. Just say I bought it and I got an extra 10%. Talking percentages, all right? But good for you. That's what traders do. You know, that's what it's all about. And when you get more experience, you too will be able to do those types of things. Otherwise, if you're gonna just hodl, you know, if you're buying the coins and you just want to hodl and you're just gonna keep them 4 to 8 years. You gotta hold on to them for 4 to 8 years. All right. They could have reduced the rewards. BC says they could have reduced the reward 10%, for example, and give the app new subscribers more time to engage in the project. Oh, you're talking about mobile mining, letting people know about the mobile mining? No, there's a point in time where that gets cut, and that just gets cut. You either do this or you don't. There's no reason to drag it on. And quite frankly, all of us that are holding Electroneum, we would like to see the value of Electroneum be more commensurate with the service that it provides. And that needs to happen right away. There's no time to dork around with it. This needs to happen because Electroneum has a lot of stuff that they're working on, and they need this to all happen to bring them into the future. So I'm okay with that. I have no problem with that. Yeah, if I was a new guy and I just started mining, I'm like, crud, they just stopped. I just started, you know, and you know, get in early next time. You know, it's the same thing with me. Crud, you know, I wanted to buy these $1 Bitcoins. How come I can't buy $1 Bitcoins? It's only like 4 years ago. I'm gonna get in early next time. Stop goofing off. Early bird gets the worm. Pay attention. Watch Digitspin Crypto. All right. Rich Wealthy says, "Hey Dino, why do you think that they do not want to be an exchange? so we could buy ETN on the app. Electroneum's not in the business to be an exchange. That's not their forte. That's not their expertise. And they would be, in my personal opinion, crazy. Yeah. I think that's the right answer. Just crazy, plum loco. To do that. That's just not what they're there for. They're there to create a coin. Let the exchanges gather the coins and do the exchanging thing. That's what they're for. That's a totally different bailiwick of things to do. And they would fail miserably at it. And the first time it's hacked and coins are stolen out of the exchange, there goes Electroneum's price, or might even close the coin if enough of them are stolen. Why would you do that? That's not what they're there for. They're there. I want them focusing on Electroneum, making cool websites, finding people. I want them talking to governments and bringing in NGOs. That's what they're good at. That's what they need to be doing. Don't get distracted. All right? Now, there may be ways for them to find a way to get Electroneum interacted with, accessible through various ways. But keep in mind, when that happens, you're going to pay more because there's going to be a middleman in there. So go to any task and create a task and earn some Electroneum. The Electroneum any task. Real proof of work. Yeah, you really, that's a real proof of work algorithm. You gotta do something and then you get paid. You can earn Electroneum with true proof of work. Alright, let's see here. Hey, Art 2000's out there. Good to see you. Let's see. Hey, Yassine saying, yeah, a 10-year-old gig site boasts that it sells a gig every 5 seconds, which is 6 million per year. If any task can do just 1% of that, that's 163 tasks per day. So yeah, we're gonna be looking forward to see some AnyTask advertising. And now that, see, this is the whole thing. They have to do all these things to be able to start really promoting AnyTask and promoting Electroneum, because now the logic dictates that the efforts given will help see the coin's value have a benefit, which helps everybody. Carl Ultra goes, Dino, are you drinking Jamaican rum with that cola? No, actually, I just came back from, I took my wife to dinner. She's been pestering me to take her for dinner for all week, and I've been so busy working and talking to you guys that I acquiesced and said, I would love to take you to dinner, my lovely wife. And so I did that. And I enjoyed myself. She's great company, and that's why I married her. So I actually don't drink very often. I think I have 10 to 15 drinks in an entire year. 10 of them in December. I don't drink beer. I don't like beer. I do like Jamaican rum or spiced rum. I do like amaretto. But I'm always at work, and I rarely have a chance to be home and have an opportunity. I might go home and hang out in the pool and have a. She has these Jamaican Me Crazy wine cooler things. My wife likes those. We'll share one of those once in a while. I'm just naturally goofy. I warn you guys up front. It's in my song. What part of that do you not understand? I'm a goofy guy in a straw hat. Pretty simple. I tell you up front. Let's see here. BC says, he goes, I just brought in 10 new users promising them free ETN. It was really slow, the reward already, but the price was going up, and I was trying to convince them to buy, blah, 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 and all of a sudden, You never tell somebody to buy on a parabolic. You know, tell them, hang on a second, it's going to retrace a little bit, and buy the dip or wait a little bit. But that's always a chance you take, because you don't know if the parabolic's going to continue, and that's the problem. And you know, those are the odds. You put your money on the table, you take your bet. The trick is, if you guys were watching from the beginning of the show, if you haven't watched from the beginning of the show, you got to go back and watch from the beginning of the show. And I went through this. The trick is to get it when it's kind of just muddling along and everybody's like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. I'm going to pick up some of these because you know what? Pretty soon they're going to care. and that's when you're happy. And, you know, those that bought it when nobody cared are real happy because they're still up 100%, even at the price it is today. Right now, right this second. All right. You know what? If they just bought and they just got into this and they're giving up already, they shouldn't be in crypto. They should never have bought. They didn't know what they were buying, and they have no clue. And they shouldn't have been in crypto. They should have spent a lot more time understanding what they were purchasing before they did that. All right? And if they're going to buy a coin and in 4 or 5 days sell it and say they're out of crypto, they didn't belong there to begin with. It was the wrong thing for them to buy. They need to go buy something else. I'm going to be point blank. That's silly. That's silly. That's literally silly. All right. Hey, Federico says, Dino, what minimum price Electroneum will be in 10 years? Only your opinion. 10 years. You know, I really want to answer that question. I really do. I really want to do. I really do. In 10 years, I would tend to believe that there will be a significant benefit to somebody who's purchasing at this point. And I truly believe 50x, 100x is possible in 10 years. Easily. I believe that true. I personally believe that to be possible and true. All right. If not more. I look at the math and everything. Are you asking me? Hey Dino, is $1 possible? Yeah, $1 is possible in 10 years. It's possible. Shoot, you look at XRP. You look at the XRP. You know, it's selling at 17, 18 cents. It was selling at 17, 18 cents last time. It went up to $3.25. $3. Electroneum hit $3.25. There'd be a lot of freaking happy people out there. Holy smokes. You ain't kidding. And that's the type of stuff that happens in the bull run. It's just insane. Get ready. Get ready for it. I'm telling you. Yeah, XXYY saying, I think that the problem with the majority of the ETN holders will be that when ETN moons, they'll have a hard time finding a good exchange to sign up and sell. And this is a true statement. And I believe that it would make sense to me that Electroneum knows that the bull run is going to be happening, and that no matter if it's a small bull run or a large one, based on the economy of the world, which is very, very questionable at the moment, that it would be in their best interest to make sure there's a technical solution for American investors. And I can only say that they recognize that, and they want to make that happen, and they want to make it happen correctly and effectively. Would I be? I personally probably would not be as methodical as Electroneum is at the moment to do these things, but I have a feeling, because I would be like, this is something I just got to get done. But the problem lies is that, in 2018 it was a lot easier to get on these exchanges, and now there's a list of requirements. Everything from putting up coins in escrow to getting a legal opinion letter, because you know what, the U.S. government's freaking all over everybody, and securities violations, you're sold on, and all this other good stuff, and these exchanges don't want to be shut down. New York is the worst, or should I say the most strict, and a few of them are in New York, so they're going to be the most strict, which will carry throughout the United States, which ends up carrying throughout most of the world. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm not here to debate that part of it, but the fact of the matter is it exists. And so getting on these exchanges has become a lot more difficult, and there's a lot more dirt to dig to make it happen. But Richard has said point blank, hey, if I could pay and just get me on the exchange, I would. I heard him say those exact words. He goes, it won't work that way. He's applied. He's told Binance, here's the check, here's my application, put the freaking coin on there, and they're like, we'll call you when we're ready. He's like, what do you do? What are you gonna do? Knock on their door? Hey, let us in. Put us on the stage. Can't be one of them crazy guys. What are you gonna do? You can't do anything. It's much thanks. Let's see. Rich Realty goes, I'm gonna create a task that will develop a reality TV show treatment. No buyers yet. I like that. I may call you up on that. I'm gonna look for you on there. Send me an email for your task, or get on my Telegram channel and send me the link for that. I want to take a look at that. I may have an idea for that. All right. Rich Realty says, I used to develop reality TV in New York, so I sold it all for any task. Good for you. Carl Ultra goes, hey Dino, Dino, I'd like to take you and your wife to dinner next time you're in the UK. All right. Yeah, we'll definitely. I'm going to visit Electroneum again, and I'm going to be back to the UK as soon as they let people come back. I'll be back one day. I'll let you guys all know. Crypto Man says, in 10 years, at least 10 cents. At least. At least. That's really lowballing it. It'll be more than 10 cents in 10 years. That's my personal opinion. But I don't know anything. I'm just a goofy guy in a straw hat. Enrique Loco! Enrique says, hey, it's Dino on the fedora. Crypto Man goes, hey, if ETN hit $3, I'd run around my neighborhood naked. And then you'd end up spending all that money getting yourself out of jail. He's looking at my window. That's funny. Loma. Mr. Loma. Yeah. Yeah, ETN's trying to make a move up right now. He says, let's go back to the videotape. Let's see what we got. Let's do a refresh. What are we at? 66 sats. Now this also, I'm using a CoinGecko, and this is hooked up to HitBTC, and HitBTC prices are lower than Coin. What the heck is the other one? KuCoin. The senior moment. KuCoin. Let's take a look here. 24-hour. Yeah, see? Even while I've told you guys, we're seeing a reasonable. This is good. It doesn't mean it's not going to go down. I'm not telling you that. What I'm telling you is this is a good starting sign. Okay. And let's keep this rocking. Hopefully we can see It's stabilized. Find a water line. I'm excited to see it, kind of stabilizing, and nice comfortable trades. It's amazing to even see an upward trend ever so slight. This is perfect. If it just did that in perpetuity, we'd all be very happy. But the fact of the matter is that you get these spikes. But that's a good sign. So hopefully we did reach bottom at that 56, and we're going to stabilize, and let's see where fate takes us going forward. To the moon! No. Let's see if it can stabilize and we're in good shape. All right. Enrique Logo goes, I'd have a heart attack at $3. What good is that going to help you with? You better have a nurse. And when it's $2.50, you better bring a nurse in to make sure that they can resuscitate you if it hits $3. I sure hope I'm alive still. It hits $3. I just want to still be alive. I want to have a drink with all you guys before I drop dead. All right. Michael says, yeah, if I hit $3, I'd be set for life. Good for you, Michael. Congratulations. That would be wonderful, and I hope it happens for you. Rich Wealthy says, I'll send you that email. That's good. Thank you. Rich Wealthy says, hey, Dino, do you like that staking idea? Yeah, I do in a way. I think if it's added in, I'm not sure exactly how they would do it. You would obviously have to probably keep it on the Electroneum app, and the reward would probably be small, at best maybe 1%. It would have to be a small stake. The best way, instead of giving the coins from the pre-mined environment, it would be best, like WebDollar did. They actually integrated into the blockchain code the ability, if you hold the wallet open, it would interact with the blockchain because it's an actual node. So they could build it into the GUI wallet, possibly. And you can have your coins there, and then you can say stake. Synovate did that. That was pretty exciting. And you can put the coins up for investment or what have you, or whatever the proper terminology is, or for staking to run against the network. And the algorithm would actually look at those coins that are locked in place, and then help run the environment, and then be able to work in tandem with the hardware that's literally mining the validation node. So it would turn yours into a validation node of some type based on the coins that you stake. But the good news about that, obviously, is that it locks up coins because they're in your wallet anyway. So we'll lock them up, and that takes more coins off the market, therefore again making it more rare. I wouldn't expect if it happens, I wouldn't expect the reward or the staking reward to be robust. I think it would be a token amount of coins you can earn. But they're there anyway. Might as well put them to work. So if it makes 1% a year or something, or 0.5% a year, whatever it is, maybe it shares in all of the. Because usually how you do it is you stake it and you have your proof of work or proof of responsibility, and whatever is admitted gets shared equally across. Or if that particular node hits it, if it's a standalone node, it gets the full reward. So maybe the staking coins get all put together and they act as one specific validation node, and then if they get hit with the win, everybody that's put coins on there gets a piece of the pie. So that gets people interested. It locks up more coins, makes it more rare. There's a return. The coins are sitting there anywhere. I don't see any loss there. I don't see any way that you know, could be a losing proposition. So, because the proof of responsibility is going to run the network anyway, whether the staking coins are there. It just gives everybody who's staking an opportunity to hit once in a while, and then we share in the reward. So, you know, there's no challenge to the 51% attackability. There's you know, there's a lot of really cool stuff you could do. I don't know, I'll talk with the devs about my ideas. I'm going to be honest with you, they're far smarter than I will ever be. And Chris Harrison and Andre, those guys know what they're doing. But I'll throw my 2 cents in there, because sometimes I have weird ideas that turn out all right. All right. Oh boy, you guys are hitting me up with all these good questions. Oh my God, is it really 11 o'clock? Holy smokes! All right, I'm gonna call it a night. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for sharing time with me. Make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date with all the videos. I got plenty of videos. You're going to want to do that so that you can be up to date with the Electroneum and other awesome coins, the Ethereum Classic, Web Dollar, BitTube, whatever else that strikes my fancy and I want to talk about and bring you information to. I've been doing a lot of stuff with Ethereum Classic. I think it's an interesting project. I want to see you guys again next time, and thank you. Thank you very much for spending the night with me tonight. Take care.